Hello everyone, welcome to day 19 of the 100 Days of UI Design Challenge with Veera. This is day 2 of the week of websites. So we're doing complete real life level, god level websites, making them responsive, making sure all of the little functionality is always ensured. Without any further delay, let's just jump into today's demo, you guys, because this is so super duper cool. Let's just jump right into it. I cannot wait to show you this amazing UI design. Alright, today's UI is a desktop based UI. Let me just get rid of the music. Alright, today's UI is a desktop based UI primarily. We'll also look into shifting it to mobile UIs as well, but it is primarily a desktop based UI. It works in a lot of complicated experiments with lighting using radial gradients, so it's quite an advanced concept that we're going to cover today. We're going to take simple images and add a lot of lighting by using radial gradients, and you're going to see how that transforms UIs, especially UIs that are primarily concerned with dark modes. So that's going to be the number one highlight for today. There's also going to be this beautiful complete scrollable page, just the complete UI design project feel. There's going to be a lot of different elements that we're going to cover, including the double 50-50 sided screen animation where you have half the content here, half the content there, and then you can make one of them stop and the other one scroll. So that's also going to be one of the fun things we're going to be covering today. Anyways, this is going to be one of the most fun UIs, small UIs we've done in a really long time, and it has so much to offer you. It has so many things that'll just blow your mind away completely. Let's just jump right into the stream. This is so exciting, you guys. So if you haven't yet, go to Google, go to Firefox if you're like me, and search for Figma downloads. And that's going to lead you to figma.com/downloads. Just very simply download your desktop app for macOS or Windows, follow the instructions of the installer, and that's going to get you started. And once you have downloaded your Figma, you can just simply go back to your application, which you will be redirected to as soon as you complete the installation, and then you can simply click on this plus button at the top and click on a new design file, and that's going to create a new design file for you. And now we're just going to get started. You can rename the file if you want. If you're lazy like me, don't rename the file. That's acceptable as well. It will still work. Again, I've said this yesterday and I'm going to say it again today. When you're designing UIs that work with specific desktop screens, so for example, this has a really nice desktop screen. For the most part, while prototyping, at least in Figma, it's always wise to either go with MacBook Pro 14 or MacBook Pro 16. For this one, I've gone ahead with MacBook Pro 14, and there's also this beautiful mood board that we've created from Unsplash, which sort of takes you towards my mindset when I was thinking about making this design. Anyways, we'll be making the UI design. Alright, let me just increase my voice. Am I audible now? Hello. Am I audible? Because someone said my voice isn't. Alright, so let's just jump right back into the stream. Let me know if my voice causes any issues. I'd be happy to fix them. Alright, so today we are building this beautiful UI. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to go right here to the frames, click on desktop because we need the skins for our prototypes. Click on MacBook Pro 14 and really simply start creating our UI design. So we're going to be using a black background for this one. Really important because this is a dark mode kind of website. And now we're just going to straight up start importing our images. Our images can be found in the Discord group. If you've not joined the Discord group yet, what are you doing? It is the first link, pinned comment in the live chat. Join the Discord group right now. You'll find all of the assets to 100 days of UI design. So cool, you guys. Do not miss it. Alright, with that out of the way, we're very simply going to go to our Discord group just to get things simple and clear. And inside the Discord group, you're going to, once you join with the link in the live chat, you're going to find our Discord group, which awesome community. If you're a UI designer, we solve all sorts of doubts, anything you'd want to talk about. And inside of the 100 days of UI design challenge, you get all of these assets and access to every single image, every single thing that you could use. And now I'm just going to, since I only have 4 images for the day, I'm just going to download all of them at once. If I had more than 4, I would just probably wait it out like I did yesterday, but today we're just going to get all of these images down right now. Alright, I believe we've downloaded all of our images, so we're just going to go right back to Figma and we're going to click on Ctrl+Shift+K. This enables us to get our images in. See, I downloaded this twice. I'm just going to delete it. These are the 4 images we're going to be using for today. The very first one is our logo. So we'll just get started with the logo. Click on open, click on place all, and that's going to give you a perfectly sized logo. You don't need to resize it. You don't need to worry about it blurring or scaling and stuff like that, cropping stuff out. You absolutely don't need to worry about it because we've made sure that this 100 by 45 is the perfect pixel ratio, perfect screens, perfect resolution without making your image too big, making the program slow down. None of these things need to be worried about anymore. Anyways, let's just jump to our next part. The font that we're using today is going to be, and I was talking about this yesterday as well, Playfair Display. This is italics of Playfair Display, and this is the plain Playfair Display font. Both of these, as you can see, and the reason I'm putting this forward is because I need to demonstrate this so clearly. Playfair Display is going to be your friend if you're a beginner in UI design for fonts with serifs and these lines over here. So if you have Playfair Display italics, you can also use Playfair Display plain with it, and that's just going to take your UI designs to a whole different level. The font that we're using today with Playfair Display is Inter. So again, we're sticking to the most safe choice that we have and just taking the whole design to a different level. We'll just start with the very first text, experience, EXPERIENCE. Hopefully that's the correct spelling. If I don't spell it correctly, correct me in the live chat. Anyways, we're just going to go right here and change it to italics. Let's do bold italics just to get started. 128 does look good, but I do want to make it a little bit bigger. 144 should do the trick. Let's make it even bigger. I'm just in a position where we can just make stuff big. Let's just make it thinner. Medium italics should look good, and we'll just copy and paste it now. Playfair displays plain font type without italics and with italics. It always both of those can just work really well. So make sure if you used medium italics at the top, use medium at the bottom. If you choose to use bold over here, then make sure to use bold over here as well. So they always look better when you're using the same font thickness. Just place it above and make sure to leave a lot of distance between this and this, because we're going to be adding a couple of special effects today. Really cool. Before I forget, like yesterday, I'm just going to really quickly make our navigation bar. So the navigation bar is pretty simple. We're just going to use our plain Inter font, and without getting into too much discomfort, we'll just switch to Inter. Make the font size really small. Let's do 24. 24 looks good, and we'll just give it a couple of other options. So since this is a tech gear website, which also we haven't ever done on this channel, why have we not? We're doing it today. We're just going to look at reviews. You know what, let's do cameras first. Cameras, reviews, and the next button is going to be the absolute best one ever, because now we want people to shop, and this is our main button which we want all users to click. This is our call to action button, and we're going to be adding a couple of very special effects for this one, so you'll have to hold on to your hats for that. Now we'll just click on auto layout, and that's going to make sure everything is perfectly aligned. Let's just go back to our chat just to make sure everything's working with the stream. Gaurav asks how to make your own custom fonts. What is the process? I think for custom fonts, one of the primary concerns is you want, at the very beginning, you want to make sure you have some sort of originality in the fonts in the first place before launching your fonts. But as far as the process of creating fonts is concerned, people mostly use Adobe Illustrator and stuff like that to make sure every single alphabet looks different from the ones that are already there and looks good and is actually beneficial. So use Adobe Illustrator and stuff like that for that. I think there is a couple of Adobe apps and stuff for fonts as well. I've not launched my own font ever. I might do that. If I do, I'll just document the whole process. So I don't know everything right now about the exact applications, but I'm pretty sure you could do it. It's not that difficult. I just never gotten into it. Just look up how to make your own font on YouTube. I don't know the exact name of the applications, but I'm pretty sure we could do something with Figma and stuff like that. It's pretty easy to launch. Alright, now that we've taken care of that, let's just give all of these a lot of difference. Let's give it a 63 difference, and that should work well. The next thing we're going to do is, of course, today is all about the images, so we'll have to make sure our images are perfect as well, perfectly present. I think all of these font sizes are way too big, so we'll just switch back to 20. 20 should do good. Place it right here. Take this frame. If you're not able to individually place things, place it right here, shift them above, and again take some text, and now we're just going to add 1 or 2 lines of description. If you have ever followed me from any other streams, you know I will always use the lorem ipsum plugin for this, because I hate typing stuff for all prototypes. I just absolutely detest it. Let's do 2 sentences in the lorem ipsum plugin. Did anyone check out the plugins video that we just did? It's so cool. Let me know if you watched the plugins video. I don't know which type of lorem ipsum I took this time. It says boardroom, write assassination, put boil cloud to support and put technologically space open crystallize, should wider boys message ask for reference. This is enlightening words, illuminating guidance. Make sure to understand the hidden message here. Anyways, let's just go right back to our images which we just got from the Discord server. Take the first one. These are all Unsplash images, by the way. Super great. And also if you're a geek like me, you might want to check out each of these individual images. I've not renamed any of them, so basically when you download these images, hold on a minute, this is super cool. Super cool, you guys. So when you download these images, you basically have these IDs. When you put these IDs into Unsplash, you get back to the original source of those images, and then you can explore those artists as well. So we might cover Unsplash. In fact, we are doing it this month in the Everything series, but I've just left these IDs here. If you're intelligent enough, just search for it right now. And if you want to do it with the community, it is also something I'm just so excited to show you guys, which is happening in this month. So many things happening, and I'm so behind on everything right now. Did anyone check out the plugins video that we just did? Because it's I think one of our most fanciest animated ones we've ever done. Alright, and just make sure you have a little bit of difference. The reason I'm asking for difference a whole lot right here is because we're going to be doing cool stuff now, and so we'll just very simply, this is the part where let's just add the button text as well. So button text at the bottom, this is the main button, so it's the call to action button or CTA. This button text also needs to be resized and stuff. 32 should do good. 32 works well. We'll do a medium italic. That should check out the difference. Just sidebar here, check out the difference between this W and if I just switch it to average W. Just check out. This is why I love Playfly Display as a serif font, because these are completely different alphabets now. Because check out this W of the medium and then check out the medium italics W. It's completely different, and yet they work perfectly together no matter what the case is. So this is why I'm a fan of Playfly Display. If anyone asks, let them know. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is a life hack. So you're just going to go to Google, search for ASCII arrows. ASCII arrows are the perfect way if you don't want to get into icons, because yesterday we were using a lot of Iconify and I just wanted to get alternatives. You just copy this is text now, and you just paste it right here. And the reason we're doing this is because Iconify gives you icons which are basically very very heavy as icons, but and this is super cool. These are texts now. These arrows which you get from ASCII libraries are basically like just exactly like this W or this O, so they're very very similar to text, and that takes a little less storage space, increases your performance. So it's a good hack if you're a developer or you want to make sure your website is fast and accessible. It's really really small of a detail, but it does impact a lot. Anyways, I'm just going to take one more moment to acknowledge the greatness of Playfair Display. Check out this arrow, and then check out, you know what? Check out this arrow. It just works so perfectly well with the italics font. I'm just going to put it out there for the world to hear. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And now this is the part you have all been waiting for. This is the ultimate secret that we've been holding on to, and this is where the UI design starts to come together. So the reason this UI design looks so good is because, and I'm just going to break this down, the reason this looks so good is because we are using light as a source to just make sure everything inside of our images, everything inside of our text comes out. You can see this camera, it's just a plain image, has nothing right now, and the pink is also at one of its edges, but once you add some lighting to it, it just illuminates and becomes this completely amazing, mind-blowing thing ever. Right now your color is just black and white. In fact, there is no color in the word color, but once we start to add lightning, this color is actually going to feel like color even though it's on a black background. So this is the part you have been waiting for. This is the part you should just copy from this video. If it's the only thing you do from today's video, just copy this next thing that I'm about to talk about. It's going to make you a whole different level of a UI designer. It's going to change what you are as a UI designer essentially. All right, someone says good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello Himanshu. Hello Raj. Hello Gaurav. Welcome everyone. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add lighting. The way we add lighting in most UI designs is go right here, click on ellipse, tap on the center of your frame, and that's going to give you this beautiful circle. Make sure to click on the shift key, and that's going to scale up your circle. Hello Abul Hasnath. Welcome to day 19 of the 100 days of UI design challenge, and this is day 2 of us making complete websites. Anyways, you just take this circle, right click, send it to the back. This is really important. All circles must be behind the back. And make sure, no, I don't want sticky keys windows, don't annoy me. Make sure your circle is very very large, like comically larger than it should be. Make sure your circle is extremely large, and just make sure it looks something like this. It doesn't have to be perfectly positioned, just make sure it kind of looks like this. It just doesn't have to be perfect, but it would be great. And make sure this edge of this photographer also aligns with this image of the frame as well, so that's going to help you also. And now what we're doing is we're going to use this magenta, pink, purple, and we're just locking this image for now because we want to work on the lightning that is behind. So if you want to work on a layer that's behind, you lock the layer that is in front. And now we're just going to get this, use our color picker to get one of these bright purples. Make sure it's, you know what, let's just leave it at that purple. Go right here to gradients, click on radial gradient. You guys, this is so important. Go to the 100% value, change this 100% value to black, and you can either reduce its opacity to 0 or just keep it. But since the background of this is black, we're just going to stick with black. And this is now, finally we'll just make this bigger, and this is now our light, which is going to change the way our UI looks. And just for perspective, this is like just for perspective, this doesn't have much to do with the UI design. Just check this out. If I just turn off this background shadow, it just looks like the most plain dull UI ever. Just check this out. It just looks like the weirdest dull black and white UI ever. But the moment I turn it on, boom, that's the power of lighting. And now we're just going to copy this and paste it once again, and we want to make sure the shop now button is also highlighted, so we'll just make it smaller. Take it around the shop now button, make sure it is at the back of everything else. In fact, we'll just bring it to the you know what, well, let's just bring this behind the bigger circle, bring this to the front, and this time, since when you reduce the opacity of the last 100% color to 0, it just makes sure your size is smaller, but it basically makes your circles sort of translucent, and you're going to only find out what I'm saying if you actually build this out. We're just going to go right here, use the color picker to choose the color blue, and just make sure it's just one shade brighter. Just move it around until you're happy. This looks good. We'll just go ahead with this and right click. Nope, not this. Right click, send it to the back. This now highlight is basically one big bolt of lighting behind shop now, but I also want to give it a couple of extra effects, so we're just going to give it a medium italic in the font family. You guessed it, Playfair Display, not Playfair Display, Playfair Display. This is now much brighter than anything we've ever done, and now we'll just take our arrow from right here, copy it, and space and place this arrow right here. This now looks so much better than what we started with, and in fact let's just remove this as well, but because otherwise when it comes in the background, when this blue circle comes in the background, this black edge starts showing up, which is not something we want. We'll just change this to completely 0%, and now you can actually see the light and stuff. If you're not happy with the size, make sure everything is bigger, and just if you just add it over here, it just looks so seamless, you guys. It doesn't even feel like it's a different color. This is so amazing, so amazing. Now we'll just go back and take our second circle, make it bigger, and place it right here. Alright, if you're not completely sure this button is as big as you want it to be or as bright, just increase its size, give it a 24 size, and make sure auto layout is set to align dead in the center, and that's going to simplify your job for you. Things don't run off to weird sides, and alignment issues don't ever happen. Shift it, oops, not here. So I just found out arrow keys work with auto layouts. That's a fun new tidbit. Anyways, now we're going to add a splash of color to this side as well. So we'll just shift it above right here, shift this below, take this button, shift this down, take this, also shift this down, and now we're just going to go right here, take all of these and start adding some bright colors. So we'll just do the exact same thing which we did. Take colors, take ellipses from right here and just put them right here, and then that's going to give you this circle. We were using 5 different circles for this part, so we're just going to make sure we are still using 5 different circles. Make this bigger. The first one is orange, so we'll just go ahead and choose a color of orange that we do like. Take this orange right here, and now we're just going to change the gradient to radial gradient, and make sure the opacity for this guy is 0% with a black. You know what, let's just leave it where it is. It actually looks quite good. Send it to the back, and that's going to be your first color. You can also always change these colors. It doesn't matter which colors you use. We're just using white, yellow, blue and pink, nothing too complicated. Change this to white. Change this color. Actually does make an impact in what you end up making, so either make it black or just don't put in anything at all. Alright, so we'll just send it to the back, and again, if it's too bright for you, you can always reduce the opacity from right here. I think I reduced the opacity in the demo, and that made my life a whole lot easier. We'll just change these colors as well. It does take some time to work this out, but in the end it is so worth it. Make it orange, and I think this looks far better. We'll just, you know what, let's just add a darker shade of orange to go right here. We'll just take this orange, make it darker and reduce the opacity. Alright, now we're just going to repeat this a couple of other times. Make it bigger, copy and paste, and then do it again. And then we're just going to take this circle one more time and just lock this because it's interfering. Copy and paste once again. Take circle number 7, place it right here. You can always make these bigger or smaller if you want to. And now we'll change this to a blue. This is the exact color which we're using for our buttons as well. Go right here and change this color to pink. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Let's just change this to purple or pink, whatever it was that we were using. Let's change this to yellow. Go right here and choose greenish yellow, something neon, anything that works here. Make these colors bigger because of course they're the theme colors, they have to be bigger, and you'll see the impact this effect has on this design really quickly. No windows, please don't give me. How do I turn off sticky keys? The most annoying thing ever. I just press shift and there they are. Would you like sticky keys? No, we would not. Just go right here, make it bigger. Just increase the size some more. No sticky keys, please don't. Come back here once again. Alright, and check this out, you guys. This already looks so much better. Check this out. This just looks so much better than what we started with. Just so amazing. Super duper cool. And now we're going to go back, copy and paste this once again. Go right here to shop now and go to the blue button, blue circle as well. Place this right here, and what this is going to do is it's going to make sure we have a particular amount of attention to our main call to action button without ever making it a button at all. So this is one of the cool effects that we were going for in this UI design. And with that, we've completed the very first screen of today's UI design, which is going to drag this now, and we're going to add 2 more sections. So one section done, 2 more left to go. This is going to be our next section now. Again, we're going to start with the image which we're going to get from our Discord group. The link is in the description, Discord link in the description, and also the first pinned comment of the live chat, and I hope the comments as well. So because we haven't exactly started the comment section while the live stream is going on, we don't get to do that. We'll just place this right here. If you're not sure on what to do, just click on this button and it'll just do that job for you. And now we're going to start adding some content. So we're going to add a really thick Playfair display font that just takes up space, and we are always continuing with our theme of having these lights always be there. So just go and click on text, create, and this is going to be so simple, you guys. Click on type comfort, make it bigger because we obviously have to. 172 is a good enough size for me. Place this right here. And now we're going to add some description text. The way I want to do is just make it as big as you can, as big as you think would be appropriate. Change the color, change the size to like a 24. Go to our Lorem Ipsum plugin. I think I lost the text box, so we'll just go. Lorem Ipsum by DivRiots is your absolute friend. Don't use the one by Mongolia, or I think it's some other Lorem Ipsum by M. I don't like it. I don't know. And we're just going to click on auto generate, and that's, oops, I think we should just redo this completely. We'll just change the text size to something that we like. Let's just do a 28 should do good. 28, and auto generate to fit the space. This should do the job. And we'll just go right here, change the font family to Inter, because of course it is description text. Of course it needs to be aligned to the right hand side. Of course I still believe we need to make it smaller. This looks nice. This does look nice. So we just click on this button, and this makes sure this exact height is reached. You can also sort of move them around to get to your perfect size, and also change this value from auto to, and this gives you the pixel value which it does have currently. You can just make this a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, up until the point where you are happy. up until a point where you're happy. I don't know what I was saying. Anyways, this is 80% done, you guys. And now we're just going to add the exact button that we did last time. So we're just going to copy this, take both of these circles, copy and paste them right here. Once again, take them right here, and you can change the text to whatever it is you want. I'm just going to change this to, you know what, let's just change the text only to explore. Say hi in the chat, everybody. So much fun. Tell me where you're joining from. This is so awesome to just get to be here live every single day and talk to you guys about UI design. So cool. We'll just send this to the back and make this circle bigger. Place it right here, and this is going to give us the light that we were wanting from the start. Just place it right here and make sure it takes a little bit of space. Make sure it does take a little bit of space, and this image is behind this circle. Change the color of this to the red that you were using, and I think we should just take and convert this red into the red that we have right here. So we're just going to use the color picker for this, and we get a really nice shade of red with this to go with this. And we'll just take this red as well and make it this does look quite fun. This color scheme does look quite fun. We're going to go right here, reduce it, and then just, you know what, let's reduce the opacity as well. 43 does look good, but I think we should increase it a little bit. Let's do 56. 56 should also work. 64 looks even better. Mr. Addy says hello, welcome back. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. Place this right here. If you're not happy with it still, you can always play around with these and sort of adjust what you're working with. And the reason we're not happy with it currently is because we need to change this black to a completely transparent shade, which is quite necessary right now. Just make this bigger, place it right here, and just underline this. You're just going to go right here and click on underline this text. If you're not happy with the size like me, just make it bigger. 48 should do good, and we're just going to align this. Perfect. Make sure this circle is big enough so that it also highlights this button. Make it bigger, and now let's just drag this above. And with that, we're done with the second section. Now we'll just jump right in to the third section. So let's just get back to the third section, and now we're going to get started with the style section. Of course, this has a lot of lights, and our radial gradient effect does tend to mirror that a little bit. So we're just going to get these images from the Discord group. Control-Shift-K is going to let you get your images which we've just downloaded from the Discord group. Is it becoming mobile friendly? Of course it is. This is the the week of websites, and it has completely responsive, complete websites which are quite similar to real world projects which you do in an internship or in a junior level UI position. So yes, it is responsive. We're going to work on that really soon. Make sure to don't resize these images, because we've made sure that they are of the perfect size. And just take this height and make sure your whole thing is big enough. And let's just go right here, change this height to just the exact height of our image, and leave a little bit of space for the footer. Place it right here, shift it above, and now we'll just copy this text, because this is almost exactly same to what we'll be doing, and it just saves time, makes things easier. Let's align everything to the left side once again. You know what, let's just make don't make an auto layout, don't be a fool like me. Place everything right here, just shift things below, and now we're just going to change this text to style. Look at me, I can't type anymore. Style, shift to left alignment, Make sure everything is aligned this way. You can change this text. I'm just going to reduce it a little bit because honestly we've had our part with a lot of text. We'll just make it smaller, make it fit, and we're just going to take the button, take the lightning with the button, take the button, place it right here, take this light and just go back, place it right here, and this works so well, you guys. We'll just take this right here, and now we'll just make sure we add a footer. So this is 90% done. In fact, it's 98% towards the completion of today's UI. Super cool. We'll just place it right here, shift it to fit the full frame. Make sure it is one class for typography and auto layout. You know what, we should typography class, I think the video is coming this month because we have an everything series for this month. So I think typography is after 21st, before the end of the month. We're going to have typography in the everything series. It's actually a animated video series which is coming out within this month. Typography and auto layout, I think if we were to do a live stream on just advanced concepts, we do a week of advanced concepts, just taking auto layout in one video and making UI designs with it, just doing typography in one video. I think we can do a live stream on it, but that I believe it will happen sometime soon. I think we can make that happen. Just join the Discord group and make sure to leave your suggestions there. We'll notice everything, and I think we can do that. It's not today, and it's not within this week, of course, because right now we're having the week of websites, we're making them responsive and real world projects. But I think very soon we'll be having some kind of class on typography and auto layout. That is a great suggestion. Now, this is, I think, if we have the viewers from yesterday watching, this is the part where you come in, suggest cool copyright names really quickly, or I'm just going to write the name of the brand, you guys, just really quickly. If anyone's watching from yesterday's stream, 10 seconds. Inter should be our font, and we'll just make it medium. Xenon works because this is the name of the website. And now we're just going to make sure everything is aligned in the center perfectly. Click on this and it's going to make sure this is aligned perfectly. Shift it below. Make sure your font size is small enough. Make sure to align everything perfectly. And just shift it below once again, just to make sure it's perfectly aligned within your rectangle as well. Once you're sure it is perfectly aligned in the rectangle, this is the time for our beautiful mobiles. So we'll just change this beautiful UI design, which by the way looks super duper cool. Let me just show you because I cannot contain the excitement. We'll just share it, the one we've just built just now, and then let's just close these. We don't need these anymore. This is what we've built, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what, we'll get to the mobile UIs. I'm just going to share this prototype in the meantime with you, and so you can just see this yourself as well. You can just go right here and look at this prototype while we're working on it, and we're going to go right back and start making our mobile UI. Before we get into the mobile UIs, I've got a comment. Where to use components? Any examples for buttons or different where? Examples of components. Okay. Components by definition are things that you would use many times, and yes, you can use buttons many times, but more importantly, when you're building something, some website, some app which has multiple screens, and for example it has this exact same navigation bar, then you want to create a component. Let's do a component today because we haven't done a component in very long and it's long overdue. So now I've just clicked on this button and I've created a component, the 4 diamond kind of button, and now I have a local component with me. This is our first frame, and now for example if I were to make a second screen for this UI, let's just do a second screen really quickly. This is our second screen. Let's say this is for the support page. We'll just go to right here, click, copy paste. I'm just demonstrating a concept here, you guys. for example, if this was the support page, it wasn't planned today, but here we go. If this was the support page, I wouldn't want to do these exact styles again. I would just go and take it right here and insert, you know what, let's just click on this and insert an instance. And the reason components are a better choice than to just copy and paste something blindly, because you might say I can just copy and paste it, so why do I use components? The good thing with components is if you change the master instance, so for example, if you add a fill to this, then that exact change, we added a fill to this, made it completely white, you know what, let's just make it red, just so everything is visible. That exact change is also visible across your UI. So if you were to copy paste it, you wouldn't see those exact changes reflected right here. You would have to copy and paste this again or change the styles again, and then you would make a lot of mistakes manually. So to avoid those, you make components where the one master instance controls all of the child instances. When you have more than one page or more than one position where the same exact thing needs to be. So here we have a support page which is different from this page. This isn't a single page website anymore, and this is why we've made a component. I hope that clears that up. I don't want to do a support page today. If you guys type S in the chat, I'll make the support page completely. Meanwhile, I'm doing the mobile UI. If you guys don't type S, I will not make it complete because I haven't planned it anyways. Again, we're going to go right here, click on phone, click on iPhone 14 and 15 Pro Max. Let's just close this. So you guys can visit this UI right now if you want to. It's in the chat. And now we're just going to go right here, type S if you want to see the support page come to life. And we're just going to change the color to black, of course. And again, once you start to build for mobiles, so I've got one other comment, can we copy designs from one page to another page also? Let's see. You know what, I'm not going to answer that. Let's see, let's do a different page, and then let's just go back to our assets. I think if you insert this instance over here, you do get this available. So yes, you can do that. Just the simplest demonstration. Alright, now we're going to get started on the mobile responsiveness part. And the thing with mobile responsiveness, and I've said this yesterday as well, the thing with mobile, I think we've done way too many colors over here. Might get rid of a few. Anyways, the thing with mobile responsiveness is you always want to make sure you reduce the amount of things that are on the page, but you don't compromise the quality of your text. So we'll just do a few elements that we just can't escape. So for example, the logo has to be there. We've just positioned the logo perfectly, but this is our navigation bar and we don't need to place all of these. In fact, they wouldn't even fit. So we'll just create a simple menu icon which when clicked on would expand to give you all of these options. So we'll just go right here and search for plugins, Iconify, or you can just get it from the resources button as well. Can we copy design from one page, the whole frame? We'll just copy this right here and we'll just paste it. I don't think that's going to cause any issues at all. Just Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, that should do it. Yes, you can copy any designs anywhere in Figma. And just go and type menu. This is going to give you a couple of menu icons. Let's just do 2-line menu because we did 3-line menu yesterday. And I'm so bored of 3-line menus by now, you guys. Just, in fact, there is a really cool I think I have to make some video on, we'll just change this color from right here. FigJam colors is super cool. FFF is complete white. FFF, just import this icon. In fact, you can choose which page to import the icon on as well, which is super cool. Where did our icon go? This is our icon. We'll just take it and drag it inside. If enough of you guys want, we might actually make this, because yesterday we just made this as a UI thing. We could also make this actually usable. So we could, if you type N, we'll just make the navbar for the mobile UIs usable. Type N in the chat if you want this to actually, when you click on it in the prototype, you can actually see these options come to life. If you just type N in the chat, we'll do it. We'll just make it smaller. This works. If you're not too sure, just click on this button and shift things towards your right. We'll just place it right here, shift it above, and now we have, let's shift these above. Let's take this button, shift it above, and shift it above once again. And this is how we've sort of got started on the mobile UI. And now we're just going to take this image. You know what, this is going to be a complicated one, you guys, because these are basically built to fit the side by side alignment. This is going to be quite a complicated build, so hold on to your hats for this one. We'll just take this image. Hopefully we can make this happen. Hopefully, I'm just praying at this point. Just drag it. This is extremely difficult, you guys, because I have not planned this. I don't have any idea of what I'm going to do. I don't have it in my notes. Hopefully I do a good enough job. You know what, we'll do something cool for mobiles now. What if we do a horizontal scroll kind of thing? Let's try that. Actually, that might complicate things too much. We'll just shift this below. We'll just take our bright colors. Where are our ellipses? We'll take ellipse. I can't say ellipse anymore. Copy and paste these circles. Take them right here. These are the source of the magic for these UIs. Make sure to place them in the iPhone 14, 15. You know what, let's just group these. Group 3 is the one we need to take. Just take it outside and place it inside of this MacBook Pro 14 and 15. We'll just drag this, and we've just resized this, and now you can see this bright blue space which was for the shop now button and is now at the navigation button, which I think is a good thing. And now we're just going to take our text. Just make sure everything is perfectly aligned. Use your arrow keys if you have to. Someone said, if our design is containing components, styles and variants, is that design able to publish to Figma community? And also, can we hand off to the developer? Absolutely, it is available to publish to Figma community, and absolutely you can send it to the developer. In fact, both of those are best practices. I don't do it right here on the stream because it takes quite a long time to get done, but we will get to advanced concepts, for example auto layouts, components, styles and stuff like that, and we'll walk through publishing them to Figma community. In fact, we could do a live stream where we publish something to Figma community. We if type C in the chat, and we'll do a live stream about publishing stuff to Figma community. And you can use styles, variants, whatever you want to use. In fact, that would simplify things for your developers as well, because if you have the right assets ready right here, they can create React components and stuff like that to make their jobs easier. So making assets is always a good idea. Type C in the chat, you guys, if you want us to do another live stream where we share stuff to the Figma community, because Figma community is also a bit of a black hole right now. Himanshu says, is it going to be responsive? Himanshu, we are making this mobile UI so that we can add breakpoints, and this desktop based UI is also usable for your what the did I do? Anyways, the reason we're creating this mobile screen is because when your screen becomes smaller than desktop and comes to a point where it is only thick enough for a mobile screen, you can actually use it as a mobile screen. So yes, this is the meaning of responsive. When you create more than one screens to accommodate different screen sizes, including desktops and including mobiles, that is the meaning of responsive. Alright, so we'll just take our text, copy the whole thing, and I think since we were doing left-right alignments, it was quite easy to just align stuff to the left, align stuff to the right. But this time stuff is going to be a little bit different. This time we're basically just going to take this right here, and we're going to align stuff in the center, because things have now become more serious and we're center aligning stuff like fancy people. We'll just take, you know what, let me just delete this because I was just getting too excited with my feelings. I'm just going to take it and copy and paste it. This is our very first word. We'll make the size smaller. Take it right here, place it right here. Laycamp says keep it up. Thank you for that, Laycamp. In fact, you guys, if I hadn't got this comment, I was secretly thinking about keeping it down. So it's great that finally I've got the confidence to keep it up. Now I will keep it up. Up until now I was just keeping it down, hidden from all of you. Finally I can keep it up. Thank you. I'm sorry if that was a weird joke. Anyways, we'll just go back and now make this small enough to, oops, I think we made it too small. What is the size on this guy? It's 64, so it has to be somewhere around that. In fact, we'll do the same exact size. That should work well. We'll just align it in the center, align it to the center of the screen. How is that the center of the screen? Are you crazy, Figma? Anyways, we'll just take these 5 circles, take them by clicking on shift lets you select multiple things at once, group them together, and with that you have one single group which you can move around, make it small and sort of position it perfectly. So we'll just drag this below right now and make sure everything is perfectly aligned in the center. How is this center aligned? I think it might be center aligned, but I might be not thinking straight. Anyways, we'll just crop, we can just shift this image above because honestly it seems like a hindrance. Anyways, this works. We'll just take these colors and place them, we'll just take the group of the colors and put them right behind the word color. Check this out, you guys. This looks so good. So good. Perfect UI design. We'll just take this text group. We have to create text group now. This is our text group. Someone says, I hear that if we use components and variants, we won't be able to publish to Figma community until we buy premium version. I actually haven't looked into what you can and cannot do with premium versions because this is the free version. I think you should be able to publish things. I don't think there should be any limitations to that. I do not think there are, but we'll do a video on it very soon. And if there are any restrictions, I think we'll, in fact, if you have any suggestions, just type them out in the general Discord group and we'll just take them from there. So we'll just have to set a date from that point on. I don't think there are any such restrictions to my knowledge. There is a lot of misinformation right now out in this field, so don't believe every single thing you hear. We'll create a video on it, we'll do everything, and if after following the proper procedures it does not happen, then we can understand that it does not happen. Otherwise, everything is possible. Alright, now we're just going to add some text. So we'll just take this text, copy and paste it, put it right here. The only reason I'm not creating components is because what you do to the styles of the master component is automatically reflected right here, but with the main goal of changing it from desktop to mobile is you want to change the way it looks. So we'll just change the size to 18. Let's just, Mr. Addy says unable to register on Discord. I don't know what your problem is with Discord. I actually don't know. Have you clicked on the link which is present right here? Just click on this link. This link works. Some links have expired, I think, on this channel, so I have to fix those. Just click on the link in the live chat and that should hopefully fix your problems. If it doesn't, send me an email at veera@gmail.com and I think we should be able to fix whatever issues you're having. Let's just position it perfectly in the center. I actually am not an expert on Discord, so maybe look up a video or something. I actually don't know how to fix those issues. Send me an email and we can just figure this out. veerasriv@gmail.com. Just send me an email and we can hopefully figure out this whole thing and get it sorted. No worries at all. Let's just go and click on shop now, click create these 2 buttons, group them together because we're going to be moving them around a whole lot. Send them to the back as far as this is concerned. This text needs to be at the top. Copy and paste it right here and bring it right here. And now we're just going to make this text smaller. I'm sorry if there's a lot of background noise coming. It's just from around the society. We can't exactly reduce it. This looks good. We'll just take these 2 circles, reduce their size. I think this looks super duper cool for mobiles as well. This looks so cool, you guys. Super clean, super sleek. One of the most amazing UIs we've ever done on this channel. Let's just increase the size to 26 because why not? Let's do 24. 24 looks fine. Align everything to the left side. Make sure everything is perfectly centered. And take these 2 circles. Make them bigger. Put one right here and put the other one right there. Just make this guy a little bit smaller and hopefully that should fix all of our issues. And with that, Ladies and gentlemen, we have created the very first screen. Now we just have to create 2 others, which are actually going to be much simpler than the first one. And now we're going to go right here, take this image, copy and paste it. If you have any questions, just type it out in the chat, let me know. We can just place it right here in the center. And I don't think we need to worry about what text is where right now. Let's just copy and paste this, because font sizes are going to be a big issue right here. Since this is a very big image, if we add a drop shadow, and I'm just experimenting. Himanshu, why don't you join the Discord group and send it over, and we'll just collect all of your guys' UI designs and we'll do a live stream where we just talk about stuff that's great about it and stuff that can be improved a little bit. We'll do a review. We'll do a review if you guys send over your UIs on the Discord group, because sometimes I'm unable to go and search for stuff in the live chat. And also we'll have a really nice group of all of your UIs and stuff. So just send it over in the Discord group and I'd be happy to. Just take it right here. Just change the text to comfort. Make sure it is out of this group by this point. Just make sure this is out of that group, because otherwise you're going to get yourself in a world of trouble. Align everything to the center. Make sure everything is perfectly aligned to the center of the screen. In fact, we should do a review of your UIs and stuff like that at some point on this channel. Make sure this text is above everything else. Right click, and I am so excited to see what you guys have come up with. I am so excited, because it would be nice to see what you guys come up with. Change this to auto. Last time we added a little bit of spacing and that doesn't exactly work for mobile UIs. Make sure to align everything in the center. If you guys have any questions, let me know. We'll just put it right here. In fact, this is one of those parts where it is really important to think about the design, because this is way too much text for a mobile UI. So you can just add a couple of sentences and then add 3 dots, so that when the user clicks on it, or when the user comes to this position, upon their scroll, they can automatically get to the complete text. This is a life hack for mobile UIs. We'll just shift align this to the bottom. This works perfectly. We'll just now I've forgotten how to speak, you guys. I'm going to make the button. Someone says this type of design is outdated. Try to teach these people the awards website redesigns. This is 100 days of UI design series for complete beginners, and I think, in my opinion, getting to the awards level kind of websites simply does not happen if you're not aware of the tools that you're using, if you're not aware of the very practical UIs that you're making. Awards UI designs have existed for a really long time on the web now, and yet most of these websites don't use that many animations. I'm not against animations. In fact, for the first 15 days of this UI build, we did the special effects that come from awards. You should go back and check the 100 days of UI design series. This is now the complete web design series, and the focus for these next 7 days is making responsive UIs, making complete UIs, making UIs that are quite similar to what's going on in the job market. If this is your first internship, your first job, you should be trained for that as well. So this is that section of the 100 days of UI design challenge. We have covered a lot of very cool animations. I think before criticizing anyone so publicly, so openly, so rudely, you should just go and check the 100 days of UI design series. Do your homework before commenting on others, because honestly, it's embarrassing for you. I'm embarrassed for you. Super embarrassed for you, my guy. Just do your homework. It's the first link in the description. Anyways, why should I be worried about other people's lack of knowledge? Why am I worried? We'll just take this other circle, place it right here, make it bigger, send it to the back, and just take it out from its previous group, because that might be interfering with our ability to... Where did our comfort go? In fact, we'll just bring this to the front, because Of course this needs to be at the front of everything else, and we're just going to shift this above everything else. Take this circle and oops, I think we made a mistake. Don't move your vectors a whole lot. Place it right here. Take explore, shift it above by a couple of pixels. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Always happy to solve them. Next, we're going to go back, copy and paste this image. This is the last part. We're so close to completing this whole thing, you guys. Super duper cool. Let's just make sure we have the exact same width. And we'll just make this bigger. And because this is the exact same kind of style, in fact we might want to change the colors a little bit, but other than that it's mostly the same. We'll just copy the text from over here, and while I'm speaking, it's also a good idea to change your colors a little bit and change the positioning and stuff like that a little bit. We'll just take this and just click on shift to deselect a specific image as well. Click on shift to select multiple things at a time. In fact, sometimes it's just wiser to get the whole thing and deselect. Control C, Control V, and just shift it by a whole lot using your arrow keys, or just, if you're a hero like me, just shift them around. And now we'll just group it together, and then hopefully we'll have a good position to get ahead from there. Alright, this looks good. We'll just change this to style, and hopefully that should work. Oops, I'm just typing everything in capitals now, which is a bad mistake. Okay, and now we have to add the footer. Of course, the footer always stays there. We'll just make it smaller and add this. Also, someone says we can duplicate layers while pressing Alt. Can we? Yes, we can. That's actually a great... I don't think we can. I don't think that worked. Do you only press Alt? Because I pressed Alt and that did not work. I don't know. And maybe I'm just not doing it right. Anyways, Control C, Control V is our friend. Probably you could also press Alt, but I didn't exactly understand that. I might have to do some homework now after this stream. But meanwhile, while we're talking, the portfolio, make your own portfolio challenge is also coming up, where you'll be able to create and launch your own portfolio as a complete beginner UI design. Join the Discord group, because it just happens within the next 7 days, you guys, so you do not want to miss any updates. You don't want to miss anything, and the sign up forms and stuff like that is going to be right here. In one simple series, you're going to have your own very own website, portfolio website ready, which you can send to other people, use your UI design skills and get your first job. So it's just the most awesome thing we have ever done on this channel. So make sure to join the Discord group, because there is so much cool stuff that's going to happen with the launch your own portfolio series that I do not want you to miss. We'll just make it smaller. Let's just press Alt and let's see what happens. Yes, you're right. This did happen. I never did it before. I had no idea this did happen. This is super cool. New life hack learned. This aligns perfectly in the center. Just press Alt and that duplicates stuff for you. I had no idea. How did I not know? In more than 5 years of just doing stuff on Figma, I was always Control C, Control V and stuff. I feel like such a fool. Anyways, since Figma only allows one skin, since this is the scene that we're using, one skin to be present with one UI, we just have to, because we don't have a choice, create a different design file now. So while that is creating, we'll just rename our files, because I have the bad habit of not renaming my files. We'll just rename this to Xenon, which is the name of this site, desktop and then we'll create the next one, which is Xenon Mobile. If you guys want emojis, just Windows plus full stop is your friend. Xenon Mobile works. And now we're just going to get iPhone 14, 15. Control X, remove it. Control V, paste it. Magic happens. Boom, boom, boom. Go right here, go to the prototype section, show prototype settings, choose your device to iPhone 14. I swear to God, why am I not able to speak words today? What color should we use? Natural, blue titanium, white, or black titanium? Let's just go ahead with blue titanium because we're using a lot of blue in today's UI, so blue should look good. We'll just before we do that, let's just go to this group. Let's just lock this image. I just want to make sure one last thing is fit in order. You know what, this looks good. And now I'm just going to share this. Check this UI design out, you guys. Check it out. This is one of the most awesome, amazing looking UIs we've ever made on this channel. Honestly, it could use a little bit more spacing, I'm going to admit that, but other than the whole spacing thing, you know what, let's just fix the spacing as well. Before we do that, let me just share this prototype with all of you to access. We'll just copy this link and share it with you guys in the live chat. I think we have a really long link, so I'll just have to go to a URL shortener, and that's just going to give me this really nice URL which you can all join at. So you can just go right here and you can join me. The first I've also messaged you guys the desktop UI, and this is the mobile UI. Check this out. This is super duper cool. Every single thing is right here. Everything is on point. In fact, just check this out. This is completely one of the best UIs we've ever done. You can use it on your portfolio. In fact, I encourage you to use it on your portfolio. One of the best UI designs we've ever made on this channel. In fact, we have someone watching here. Hello, Anonymous. Super duper cool. One of the best UI designs I've ever made on this channel. I could not help but be more proud of this. Super duper cool, you guys. If you like what we're doing over here, make sure to smash the like button, because honestly, a lot of you are watching, you've not smashed the like button yet. That makes me angry. Smash the like button right now. I come here live every single day at 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. You know what? Let me just remove my face. It's quite annoying when we have all of these beautiful UIs in front of us. Check this out. This is one of the best UIs we've ever done. We've got a couple of anonymous people here as well. I come here live every single day, 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And the portfolio, make your own portfolio masterclass is coming up, where you will be able to launch your own portfolio website even if you are not a complete developer, or you're simply just a UI designer. We won't use no-code tools, but we will use code. But I'll just show you how you don't have to mess with the programming part and still have your very own website, which you can send out as a link. Make sure to join the Discord group. If you guys have any questions, any suggestions, everything is welcome. Join the Discord group, live chat, first pinned comment, or it's in the description. And that should be it. I think it'll also be in the comments if you're watching it. This has been day 2 of the 100 days of the week of websites, where we're building real world, like super cool websites which are also responsive, which we didn't do before. And this is day 19 of the 100 days of UI design challenge. Come back here tomorrow, because day 20 has a special surprise for all of you. Every 20 days we do a special something right here. So tomorrow is going to be a special stream, and we've learned so much, you guys. Today we've learned about lighting and removing image backgrounds, and just making words simply pop, making buttons in a way that's quite unconventional, using 2-line layouts and stuff like that, using this beautiful logo, and just making stuff responsive, making it work, adding this beautiful footer, these beautiful text and image sections. I could just go on, and this is the most, check this out, this is the most amazing one ever. So we've just done so many cool things today. We've also looked at ASCII arrows and whatnot. So many things that we've covered, which I can't even complete in today's details. Thank you so much everyone for joining me live. I truly hate to go. I wish I didn't have to, but I will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Up until then, goodbye, peace. Join the Discord group, you'll find all of the images there, and also we also have a lot of fun stuff there, so join. Bye bye.